Hey guys, it's Way here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you guys the best 200k team of FIFA 19 in my opinion. Now for those of you who don't know how this series works, I go ahead and build 5 teams for a specific budget. I then go and play a few games with each squad and make a video on the best one. Now I haven't done a 200k team yet this year, and it was a very popular budget for this series last year. So if you guys want to see any other types of budgets, I've done a 100k team a couple of days ago, doing a 200k team today. If you want any other types of budgets, let me know down below, and I'll be sure to do more squad builders in the future because that's definitely something I want to do. But for 200k, this team is extremely good. As you would expect, you'll be able to compete in FUT Champions and of course in division rivals as well. It's a very good side, whether that be as a fitness team if you have a much more expensive kind of mega team, whether it be as your main squad. I definitely recommend trying it out. So if you guys do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's go on into it. So we're going to be starting off with the 4-3-3 third variation, which is a decent formation this year. However, as soon as the game kicks off, I just press right on my D-pad and swap to the 4-2-3-1 formation, which is my personal formation of choice this year. I use it with my main team and I use it with any other teams I really use. I just swap in game to it. It's very, very solid defensively and good going forwards. The players keep a very similar position to this formation here, but they're just organised in a slightly different way, and it works very well for me. I'll show you guys exactly how I lay it out in just a moment. Now in the goalkeeper position, we're going to be starting with an inform, and that is Tatarasanu, a Romanian keeper playing for Nantes, and he is very, very good. It really is kind of a matter of personal choice who you go with here. It can be any keeper from the Ligue 1, but he's my personal favourite. I think it's just the height factor. He's 6'5", he's the tallest decent kind of gold keeper in the league, and height's so important this year. It really is the main attribute in my opinion for a keeper, because timed finesse shots are just so OP, and if your keeper's under about 6'3" or 6'4", they get caught out way too much. So you want a tall keeper to deal with those timed finesse shots, and he's got a lot of height on his side. He's also got good diving, handling, kicking, reflexes and positioning, and it's a very good keeper for the price. He set me back around 10,500 coins. Now moving on up into the defence, in a left back I've gone with Alex Telles, who in terms of value for money I think is the best left back on the game. He'll set you back just 10k, and his stats are very similar to his compatriots Alexandro and Marcelo, who are probably the two best and most popular options in this position on the game. Because of the fact that he plays for Porto, you can pick him up for a fraction of the price. It's a much less commonly used league, but he has some amazing stats nevertheless. 85 pace being the standout, combine that with 83 passing, 80 dribbling, 80 defending, good physical and good shooting as well, and the fact he's got high medium work rates, which is my personal preference for fullbacks on this game. It gives you an amazing player for the price. Such a good option in this position. Next to him I've gone with his compatriot Thiago Silva, a very good defender, 88 rating overall, 88 defending. You'll find very few defenders on the game with better attributes in that area. He's also got good pace, good physical, and he's very, very comfortable on the ball, which is quite rare to find on this game. You want centre backs who are very composed, can pass the ball out well from the back, and who have a good touch as well, because sometimes players can take dodgy touches on this game if they don't have good dribbling, and you don't really want that happening with your centre backs, because someone could very easily snatch the ball off them and get through on goal. Next to him I've gone with his teammate Kimpembe, who has got a brilliant card this year. 77 pace puts him amongst the quickest defenders on the game. He's also got 82 defending, 83 physical. He's very strong, very good on the ball as well, and he is 6'2". And then completing the defence in at right back I've gone with João Cancelo, one of my favourite players in this position on the game. He's got 88 pace, good dribbling, good defending and physical, and he's very good going forwards as well. He's got 4-star skill moves, he's 6'2", he's got high medium work rates. Really, what more do you want? And the best thing about him, he'll literally cost you like 2k. So cheap and so good. This defence here is arguably the best I've used on this game, and I've used some very, very expensive defenders worth a lot more coins than this, but despite that, this team is just so good defensively, and I think these 5 players here are the main reason behind it. Another key reason for just how solid defensively this team is the 2 defensive midfielders, Matuidi and Paulinho. Both absolute beasts. They remind me of Kante. They're just all over the pitch, winning the ball back everywhere. They're just so good, and a real handful for any opposition. If they try passing it through your midfield, it's just not really going to work, because these two guys will intercept everything. They'll tackle anyone who gets near them, and if somehow your opponent manages to break them down, they've got this back line to deal with, and they're probably not going to get past them. Matuidi has got 83 defending, 83 physical, good pace, and he's pretty good going forwards too, and he's got high work rates, which means he's up and down all over the pitch till the final whistle, and the fact that he's got really good stamina really helps out with that. And then Paulinho is pretty much a clone of him, very similar card, 84 physical, so he's even stronger, and he's better going forward as well with 81 shooting, very nice. He's got some banging long shots, as does the creative midfielder in this team, Anderson Talisca. He's got 82 shooting, very nice long shots and free kicks, good passing, good dribbling. He's quite quick, he's got good physical, and he's 6'2" as well, so he's going to win all of those headers from goal kicks, which is very important on this game. Now, completing the team, we've of course got the front three. In the left wing position, I've got Leroy Sane, who is the second most popular player on this game behind Fabinho. So many people use him. I was looking on Footbin, and there's literally been like 3 or 4 million games played with this guy on Xbox One alone, and there's a good reason for it. He is absolutely insane in game. He's got 95 pace, very good shooting, very nice dribbling, good passing, good physical, 4-star skill moves. He's just so good. If you watch him play in real life, he is unbelievably quick, and it's just like that on Ultimate Team. He's one of the quickest players on the game. He burns literally every defender he comes up against. No one can handle him. He's so quick. Just knock the ball past someone by flicking the right stick and then not getting anywhere near you. He gets so many goals, so many assists, and for that reason is my favourite player in this team. So good, and he could fit into like any team really, regardless of the price. Even if it's like a mega team with the likes of Ronaldo and Messi, you could still have this guy on the bench and he would be a brilliant super sub. In a right wing, I've gone with a very similar player, and that's Juan Cuadrado. Again, very pacey with that 91 pace on the card. He's also got good shooting, passing, very good dribbling, and 5-star skill moves, even better than Sane in that area. A lot of fun to use, just like Sane. Once you've beaten someone, whether that be with a skill move or just by knocking it past them, they're not catching up with you. And then completing the team, I've gone with Gabriel Jesus, and believe it or not, this was the first time I actually tried him on this game, and I really was missing out. He is so good. Pretty much as OP as he was last year, maybe even better. He's got good pace, very good shooting, good passing and dribbling as well, decent physical, 4-star skill moves. Really is just a complete package for a striker, and right now he'll set you back just 10k, which is an absolute steal for what you're getting. In my opinion, one of the best strikers in the Premier League on Ultimate Team. So good. Just an absolute bargain. That is how the team starts off, so good, but in game we mix up and it gets even better. As soon as the game kicks off, this is what the side looks like in the 4-2-3-1 formation, and it just gets even better. With these two defensive midfielders here covering your very solid defense, it's literally impossible for your opponent to score. They're just not going to break these two down, and as soon as they win the ball back and they've regained possession, you can hit your opponent on the counter with this front four. And the most deadly thing about it is the two wingers, 95 pace and 91 pace. They're beating anyone in their path. Give the ball to them on the counter, and I mean, it's game over really. They're going to get through on goal, they're going to score. You can sweat it across to Gabriel Jesus, who's going to get so many goals with those two wingers on either side. And then you've got Anderson Talisca, who has got a very nice shot from range inside the penalty area as well. He's a beast. He's so tall and strong. He just bullies everyone. He scores a lot of headers too, I find, where I just run down the wing, cross it in, it beats the first man, he gets in there and scores, and it's just so good. In terms of player instructions, I set both fullbacks to stay back whilst attacking. The CDMs, I do the same. I also set them to cover centre. That's just personal preference. You can try cover wing and cover centre, but for me, covering the middle works best. And then I set Gabriel Jesus to get in behind and stay forward. It's as simple as that. It's so good, and I really would recommend trying this team out, whether it be as a fitness squad, if you've got a really expensive team, or whether it be as your main squad. I mean, you could easily use this and do very well in Foot Champions, or play in Division Rivals, whatever you want. It's just a very solid team, a lot of fun to use. Having those two 5-star skillers on each wing makes it so fun, and all round a very good team, especially if you're struggling defensively. I've not really found many better defenses than this, especially for the price. I mean, you're literally going to be able to get all of these defenders here and these midfielders for the same price as someone like Varane, for example. And I think that's pretty good. Like, for about 100k, you can get this entire back line very comfortably. And if you're struggling defensively, that's what I'd recommend doing. You get two of the best fullbacks on the game, two very solid centre backs, a great keeper. I mean, I've really found that with this team here, I just don't concede many goals at all. I think it's because of having both those defensive midfielders and the very solid defence. It's just so hard to break down. Really would recommend trying it out. So if you're like having some issues, maybe conceding too many goals, definitely worth trying this team out. But going forward as well, it's just insane. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. Let me know down below what kind of budgets you'd like to see for future squad builders on my channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.